It's girl time. And today we're going to talk about helping girls survive the midlife crisis stage. But not for you. How do you survive the midlife crisis stage when it's about him? So you're in the relationship and your man is going through a midlife crisis. How do you survive it? How do you stay together when you're watching your relationship go through a phase where he is trying to figure out what's going on with his life, but you're witnessing him destroy what you guys have because he's searching for something. Now, midlife crises tend to happen for men between the ages approximately around 40 to 60 when they start realizing they're getting a little older and they start reflecting on their lives. Like, what did they do in their life? And they start focusing on more of the negatives and they start acknowledging, did they accomplish all they wanted to do? And then they start looking at you. Are you still looking hot in your age? Are you still looking like the arm candy that you used to be? And then it starts reflecting on him. So don't worry. Don't worry about that. You just need to sit back and watch him refocus because that's what he's going to have to do so you guys can stay together.
So many marriages fall apart in midlife is because biology has really bad timing. For the average couple, mom is going through menopause at the same time dad is going through menopause, while Jack and Jill are just horrible teenagers. Everyone is touchy and grumpy and at the whim of a hormonal cocktail that sends their rational brain scrambling for cover. So what can you do? He won't see his doctor. He won't admit he has a problem. No one can talk to him, not even his pastor or his parents. And he won't get within an inch of a therapist. And you have to live with him and his attitude, day in and day out. Well, here are 3 suggestions that just might help. Number 1, encourage him to open up. The menopausal man can spend a lot of time on the internet, Googling his symptoms and imbibing kind of bad advice. There are plenty of websites out there that will encourage him to reclaim his masculinity by keeping his wife in her place and reclaiming his authority as the dictator of his own personal fiefdom. And all it takes is him trying just one of those ideas on for size to send shockwaves through your relationship. Conclusion: trying to navigate menopause on his own is a recipe for disaster. He needs to know that what he's going through is normal and that help is available. He can look into testosterone replacement therapy with his doctor, or he can try some lifestyle changes. Now, understandably, he may feel that you couldn't possibly understand what he's going through. So you may need to reach out to some other male figures in his life for assistance. Number 2, keep your boundaries firm. Now, when he's feeling terrible, his first instinct can be to lash out at you and make you feel terrible too. What better way to remind himself of the control he has over you than by, say, accusing you of flirting with other men? The menopausal man might say horrible things. The clothes you're wearing make you look like mutton dressed as lamb, or that you should go find another man if you're so unhappy with him. Now, even though you can be understanding, he must be feeling pretty terrible inside to say things like that to you. You don't have to stand for it. Let him know that what he said was not okay. You can tell him that you're available to talk if he wants to open up, but that it's not okay to take out his feelings on you. And if necessary, leave the room. You don't have to be his emotional punching bag. Regardless of what either of you is going through, mutual respect is the bedrock of good relationships. Number 3, get him out of his head. Now, the real issue with menopause is not declining testosterone levels. It's actually the amount of time he spends in his head brooding. So get him outdoors, get him active, schedule outings at least once a week. Go for a picnic or a drive in the country, or ride bikes to the park or hike a new trail. Invite friends and family along so it's a social event.
Okay. Here's some things that you should look for when your man is going through the midlife crisis phase. Okay. He's gonna do some overindulgences, unnecessary overindulgences. Like he may be into overindulging in substances, be it alcohol or marijuana or whatever his thing is. Just overindulgence, like he's a kid. And if he wasn't doing it before, and all of a sudden he's like kicked it into high drive, it's just crazy. Overly spending money that could be going towards your retirement, buying expensive things just that doesn't make any sense, that could be going towards your future. They go through these little things because it makes them feel young again. You know how we are women. We could make them think things are their idea when it's really our idea. And we encourage them in a way that makes it look like it's all their idea. So encourage them to seek professional help, be it a professional counselor, a church member, a friend they can consult that's educated, that's smarter than them, that's preferably an elder person that's already went through this, or a life coach, but they have to talk to someone, or they're going to fall in a more depressive state and just feel more inadequate with themselves. And you don't want that to happen, because all they're going to do is turn to more younger people for comfort. And that's just going to turn into more of a disaster, because you know what they're going to do. Rob them blind, which is going to take from your pockets. So my advice to the midlifer going through this, and I don't know how you as the wife or the girlfriend that's been in the long term, I don't know how you're going to squeeze this in, but my advice to the midlifer is, if you have the perfect girl that, or close to it, that's been around, that's been there, and she may get on your nerves, or you can say she's damn near perfect, don't throw away the foundation that you've created. That's ludicrous. You've worked too hard. You've put time in. Just tweak what you've created. The things that you don't like, the things that you think you can change, work at changing it. Or you'll regret swapping your entire foundation for a what if. Hey, midlifer, prioritization is key. Work on self. Self, spouse, extended family, and in that order. If you believe in a higher power, he comes first. Self, spouse, then extended family. In that order. Quiet the noise around you. Get centered so you can create the upgrade in your life. That's how you're going to grow old gracefully. Hopefully, this video helped you deal with this journey you're going to endure. And hopefully you come out together.